Why do so many health tech websites lose potential customers, even when the product is so great? After a decade helping health brands fix their website, I've seen the same conversion killing mistakes over and over again. So I'm going to show you what they are, how to fix them, and walk you through real before and after examples from a health tech website. So let's take a look at the first common mistake that might cause a buyer to leave your site immediately. All right, so this is what someone sees and understands in the first 3 seconds when they land on this homepage. We see an award banner which says one of the world's best digital health companies in 2024. Then the headline is just the brand name, which is already shown multiple times up here. And then the subheadline says, the trusted partner and de facto platform driving value in digital health. But that's pretty vague, so I don't actually know what they do. So after the first screen, I don't have a clear understanding of what this is or who it's for, so I'd have to search around the website to figure it out. I only understand the big win this company offers after scrolling down the page more. This is a problem because the top of your page should help people understand in fractions of a second what you do and who you serve, so they can decide if it's relevant. The homepage headline is the most important copy on the entire website. Newspapers figured this out hundreds of years ago. Let's just take a look at these two headline examples. First, fire erupts at Oak Street residence late Tuesday. And second, hero saves 3 children and dog from burning building collapse. The second one works because it leads with the point. A hero saves kids from a collapsing burning building. The first one is just time and place info, and the most interesting part ends up buried later on in the story. Most people wouldn't read that far. And it's the same on your health tech homepage. So instead of having the brand name here, here's what this company should do instead. I moved the big win into the headline, so the value the company provides is immediately clear. Then I rewrote the subheadline to show the customer segment they serve and add more detail to the headline. Now the page leads with a clear, customer-focused headline and a supporting subheadline, so visitors are way more likely to understand if it's for them and if it's worth it to stay on the page. So problem number 1 is being vague at the top of your page. This confuses potential customers and makes them leave your website. Now here's how to avoid this mistake on your site. First, make sure your headline either states the number 1 problem you solve or value you provide. Second, use the subheadline to clarify what your product is and who it's for. And third, put social proof just below that. So when people land on your website, they instantly see that you're legit and can be trusted. Okay, so I moved the big win from further down the page in this section into the headline. That's how you earn the first scroll. But this section here is really important. And if you want visitors to actually book a demo, this part of the page has to do something most health tech websites skip. Here, you need to show the problem your customers are experiencing right now. The best way to understand it is to think of a donkey in a 19th century Mediterranean village, pulling a cart of farmers' crops to the local market. At the beginning, it'll walk a while for a carrot, but then the donkey gets bored, the carrot stops working, and the donkey goes on strike. And that's when the stick comes out. It's the same with your website. Just like donkeys, the human mind wants to walk towards pleasure, but we run from pain. Now, I'm not saying you need to whack your buyers, but your page needs to paint a picture of the problem that's in their life, which will stay there if they don't act. This is the stick your buyer's feeling in their day-to-day work. And the section right now below the first scroll is the perfect place to do that. But right now, it doesn't. The problem this company solves is that life sciences companies can't launch digital products fast enough to give patients the modern healthcare experience they expect. Here's how we wrote the section to hit on the pain point. You want to launch digital solutions, but compliance issues are slowing you down? This version immediately calls out the struggle their target audience is feeling right now. It talks about how the health industry is lagging in digital transformation, the compliance roadblocks standing in the way, and the impact. So mistake number 2 is failing to clearly state the problem you solve for your customer. So they see no reason to book a demo and simply leave your site. Here's how to fix it on your website. Use the first section below the top of the page to establish the problem you solve. Call out the pain points related to the problem that show up in your buyer's life. Connect your product clearly to that problem and show how it's the solution. So when we keep scrolling through the page, you can see that every single section has a CTA leading somewhere different. Right here at the top, we've got See Partners. Then we see Case Studies, Unlock Value, another case study, and more links down here. The problem with this is that when someone clicks on See Partners, they're going to go to a partners page where they'll learn about your partners instead of what they want to do right now, which is learn if you can help them. But if they click on CTAs that lead them on a side quest, like partners or random blog articles, they get off track and it detracts from the goal of the website, which is ultimately to get a demo. So, what I would do here is remove all of these content sections and instead have sections that show their solutions and the benefits they bring to clients, with CTAs to specific product pages that will get them closer to a demo. Now, the homepage keeps visitors focused on exploring the company's solutions instead of being pulled in a dozen directions by content and outbound paths that can make you lose them. So, mistake number 3 is having too many different CTAs, which makes the visitors get lost and abandon the journey before they book a demo. Here's how to fix it for your health tech website. Every CTA on your homepage should lead to pages where people can learn more about your product and moves them closer to the demo. Bundle all of your CTAs that lead to content like blogs, white papers, and videos into just one section. And don't have a CTA after every single section. So now you know the 3 big conversion killers that keep buyers from booking demos. But in order to win more deals, you really have to understand what makes buyers pick you over the competition. So watch this video next, where I show you my 12 most important lessons to win more deals in health tech.